Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going on an adventure back in time and deep into the earth to talk about a giant sleeping mountain, Mount St. Helens. Have you ever heard of it? It's a famous volcano in the United States, and it's been making some rumbly noises lately, which has got scientists paying very close attention. So the big question is history about to repeat itself? Let's find out. First, let's travel back to the year 1980. Imagine a beautiful cone-shaped mountain covered in snow and forests. That was Mount St. Helens. But deep inside, something was brewing. It was like a giant soda bottle being shaken up. For months, the ground trembled with small earthquakes, and a huge bulge like a giant pimple started growing on the side of the mountain. Scientists knew something was going to happen, but nobody knew exactly when or how big it would be. Then, on the morning of May 18, 1980, it happened. A big earthquake struck, and the giant bulge on the mountain collapsed in a massive landslide, the biggest one ever recorded. This sudden slide was like taking the cap off that shaken soda bottle. Whoosh! A super hot, super fast cloud of ash, gas, and rock exploded sideways out of the mountain. It wasn't a typical eruption going straight up. It blasted out the side, flattening millions of trees in minutes like a giant bulldozer. The explosion was so powerful it sent a mushroom cloud of ash 15 miles up into the sky. That's higher than airplanes fly. The ash traveled around the world, and in nearby towns the sky turned pitch black in the middle of the day. It looked like nighttime, and ash fell like gray snow, covering everything. The eruption completely changed the landscape. The beautiful pointy mountain lost its top, leaving a huge horseshoe-shaped crater behind. It was a powerful reminder of how incredible and mighty nature can be. Now let's fast forward to today. For the past few months, scientists have noticed that Mount St. Helens is waking up a little. It's not grumbling loudly, but it's definitely not sound asleep. They've detected hundreds of tiny earthquakes happening deep beneath the volcano. These aren't earthquakes you can feel by standing on the ground. They are so small that only super-sensitive instruments can pick them up. So what do these little quakes mean? Think of the volcano like a giant underground plumbing system filled with melted rock called magma. This magma is slowly moving and pushing its way up from deep within the earth. As it moves, it breaks up the rock around it, causing these small earthquakes. It's like the creaks and groans a house makes as it settles. But in this case, it's a sign that the volcano is recharging. It's slowly filling up its magma chamber, getting ready for a future eruption. Does this mean it's going to erupt tomorrow just like it did in 1980? The scientists say, probably not. They call this process recharge. It's a very normal and slow part of a volcano's life. It can take years or even decades for enough magma to build up to cause a big eruption. The current activity is much smaller than what was happening before the 1980 eruption. Back then, there were bigger earthquakes and that giant, growing bulge on the side. We're not seeing any of that right now. This is where science and technology become our superheroes. Since the 1980 eruption, we have learned so much. Today, Mount St. Helens is one of the most closely watched volcanoes in the world. Scientists at the US Geological Survey have placed a whole network of amazing gadgets all over the mountain. They have GPS stations that can detect if the ground is swelling even by a tiny amount, like the width of a fingernail. They have gas sensors that can smell the types of gases coming out of the volcano, which can give clues about what the magma is doing deep below. And of course, they have those seismometers, the instruments that listen for earthquakes. By studying where and how deep these tiny quakes are happening, scientists can create a 3D map of where the magma is moving. It's like having a super-powered X-ray to see inside the earth. All this information helps them understand the volcano's mood and gives them the ability to warn people long before a dangerous eruption might happen. It's a huge improvement from 1980. So, while the headlines might sound a little scary, the renewed activity at Mount St. Helens is actually a fascinating look into how our planet works. It's a slow, powerful process that's been happening for millions of years. The volcano is just doing what volcanoes do. It's building up energy for the future. For now, it seems more like a gentle giant stretching after a long nap than a monster about to roar. The scientists are watching it 24/7, making sure everyone stays safe. So is history repeating? Not exactly. The volcano is following its natural cycle, and this time we are much better prepared to watch and understand it. It is a great example of how we can learn from the past to be safer in the future. What do you think is the coolest thing about volcanoes? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into Mount St. Helens. It's a powerful reminder that our planet is alive and constantly changing. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing science adventures. Ring that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time.